By defeating Nobunaga at Odani Castle, Nagamasa didn't just save his own life. He also became a formidable force in the struggle to rule Japan. However, this also made him a much more obvious target for other ruling lords. If killing Nobunaga was a clear indicator of one's strength, then killing the man who killed Nobunaga was an even greater one. Ieyasu Tokugawa, a longtime ally to the Oda, decided he would be the one to take up that challenge. He marched his army to Shizugatake, demanding vengeance for his murdered friend.
I know it's wrong to fight my own brother. Oichi, what should I... Chapter 4. Showdown at Shizugatake. My faith shall never falter! In the name of honor, I have killed Lord Nobunaga. That was also the injustice of killing a brother. And greater yet, the betrayal of your love. Now, I am left with neither honor nor love. Oichi, if you feel you must leave me, do it now, while my back is turned, so that I don't have to watch you leave.
Love and honor. Nagamasa, you have always stayed true to your beliefs. You have never wavered from these feelings. My love for you has never changed.
Oichi, if that is so, then I renew my pledge to both love and honor. Nobunaga's death won't be in vain. I will realize his dream. I will be the one to carry on my brother's dreams. All units, attack! Master Asakura, I leave you to defend the rear.
Hate to spoil the party, but you won't be getting past here.
We cannot strike them head on. Therefore, we must find a way to surprise them. Do not disappoint me!
Sometimes, a few good words can save a lot of lives. Nene, will you go and convince the Asakura to join us?
No problem, honey. I can be real persuasive.
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Lord Nagamasa, you're my hero.
We have to secure our main camp's safety. Occupy the western garrison. Take the eastern garrison. Then we shall overcome their forces at Mount Tenji. In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
A splendid show of force.
I'll be with...
Now, we will break the combined forces of the Azai and Asakura.
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Lord Nagamasa, you're my hero.
I dare you to try to take my head.
opponent.
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
A splendid show of form. Can't take much more of this.
Even the bravest of opponents is no match for righteousness.
I shall be your opponent. Thank you. Shall not forget this.
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Such prowess in combat.
Okay. Shall we do some marching then?
Do not disappoint me!
Their defenses are light. All units, tear down that gate.
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Lord Nagamasa, you're my hero.
I'm gonna get...
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
I am proud to witness you in battle.
I'm glad.
Ah! How did they get in here?
I wish.
Nagamasa, this is the end for you!
We shall take the Azai main camp. Seize control of all the garrisons. Attack the Asakura camp and isolate the Azai!
So, Shibata and his men have joined the enemy as well.
Enemies at the main camp! Send reinforcements! I be your opponent! Can't take much more of this!
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Such prowess in combat!
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Lord Nagamasa, you're my hero.
Can't take much more!
Do not disappoint me!
Don't lose track of honor. or love.
Even the bravest of opponents is no match for righteousness. In battle, one must
Such prowess in combat!
Only Lord Nobunaga is fit to rule this land.
I will finish the conquest begun by my brother.
My goals...
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Lord Nagamasa, you're my hero.
Oichi.
Lord Nagamasa, I know that both honor and love are important to you.
Oichi cares deeply for her family. That includes both me and Nobunaga. But ultimately, she chose to fight by my side. Against her own brother. I am ready to pay that sacrifice. I can only do it by giving her the entire land.
I need help! Now!
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Such prowess in combat!
So this is where I die. No matter. I needn't live in a world without my lord.
Look out! Here I come!
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Lord Nagamasa, you're my hero.
I be your opponent! Can't take much more of this!
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
A splendid show of force.
Oichi, never once have I felt abandoned by you. Your support has always been there. You could only know how much that meant. You inspire me to be a great man. The kind of man worthy of your love.
Master Nagamasa, you are not the only one who desires to control this land.
That may be so, but I am the only one who can lead it honorably. Even the bravest of opponents is no match for righteousness.
Oh, the great...
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Such prowess in combat!
Nagamasa rules Japan! Didn't see that going!
But Oichi wanted more than anything. Was for her brother and I to fight for the same cause, on the same side. Now that can never be. But at least I can carry on her brother's fight.
I need help! Now!
Do not disappoint me! In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
An exemplary warrior!
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Lord Nagamasa, you're my hero.
Death. Not disappoint!
Have you...
I shall be your opponent!
One must adhere to one's beliefs.
Even greater than I imagined.
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
A splendid show of force.
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs.
Such a prowess in combat!
If Oichi believes in you, then I am sure you are a capable man. However, you have yet to prove your superiority to me.
In battle, one must adhere to one's beliefs. Even the bravest of opponents is no match for righteousness.
Not bad. Please, look after Lady Oichi. If you hurt her, I will haunt you.
Oichi, I may not have been able to do as you wished, but we can still realize Lord Nobunaga's ambition together. Oichi, I dedicate this victory to you!